Good morning, everyone. Just want to talk to you about March 25th's lunar eclipse. So this is our, we have a full moon and it is a full lunar eclipse. I just want to check my date. It is March 25th. So what to focus on? Some major questions that I get about about eclipses are, can you do spell work during them? You absolutely can. Just be aware of the fact that your spell work is going to be amplified. This is amplification energy. It magnifies everything. It makes everything deeper and bigger. And as long as you're aware of that, it's absolutely safe to work in. As a matter of fact, it can be great to use for stubborn areas. If you have an area you haven't seen movement on in a really long time, an eclipse can really give you the push that you need, especially since lunar eclipses often address really deep-seated blockages, especially self-sabotaging behaviors that we may not always recognize or even know that they're there. So we may be hindering ourselves from achieving something like having a healthy relationship, making healthy relationship choices, making healthy financial choices, making healthy physical choices for our body and our daily habits. If you feel like you self-sabotage and there's a cycle that you have trouble getting out of, working with a lunar eclipse could be the perfect time for you to actually gain some momentum and see some serious progress. So this lunar eclipse is in Libra. That's a Venus-ruled sign. So we're really looking at Libra energy here, which is sort of super relationship oriented, super harmonizing energy. It's also a really great time to sort of revamp your space or your wardrobe. Libras love that kind of crap. My grandmother was a Libra and I could tell you she was fierce. So that's where you want to be paying your attention to right now. If you want to work with this energy and get the most from this lunar eclipse energy, and we're really on a roll right now. We just had spring equinox. We're rolling right into this eclipse energy. So this is a great time to be revamping your space and getting things from for the house that you've needed. Revamping your self-care routine, revamping what your diet and your exercise and getting outside and physically grounding, actually touching your skin to the ground or to the ocean or to the beach. Anything like that is going to be magnified right now. So the effects you're going to get from it are going to be multiplied. So this is the time to take care of yourself, take care of your space, and take care of your body, not just yourself mentally and emotionally, because as we know, Libra is all about relationships. So there is going to be a lot of relationship stuff coming up. And when I say relationship stuff, I don't mean sex and romance all the time. Okay. Basically, this is where we're at with this eclipse and relationships. If there's been something that you need to get off your chest and address with somebody that you are close to, this could be a coworker, this could be your fiance, this could be your husband, your wife, this could be your best friend. I want you to act carefully and choose your words wisely. I want you to be diplomatic. And even if you have to sit down with a piece of paper and write down exactly what you're going to say or write down the key points, but this is the time to say it, because what we're not doing during this time is people pleasing. What we're not doing is letting stuff build up and mount up on us until we just can't stand it anymore and we have like a mental break. What we're not doing is taking people's BS. What we're not doing is being treated poorly and just accepting it. So these are areas that you really need to look at, especially if you are susceptible to these areas, or if you have noticed kind of some bad vibes or some bad habits forming in these areas. It's time to address them. Okay, and we just talked about self-care, but I'm just going to re-emphasize this. Emphasize, whatever. Self-care is super important during the time of an eclipse. So you're going to want to set aside some time to do the full head to toe shower. You know what I'm talking about. Hair, shave if you shave, and exfoliate. This is my #1 lunar eclipse tip for you. Exfoliate yourself until you are a new person. I mean, exfoliate it until you have a new body of skin. Not literally. Don't over exfoliate and harm yourself. But you know what I'm saying. This is a physical step that we do that releases, that will release so many blockages and emotions if you tune into that while you are doing that. If you are focused on releasing those things, releasing those habits, and really starting anew and starting fresh and starting on new cycles and new habits for yourself and new outlook and new mindset and new mentality, there's a great thing to do during lunar eclipses. I'm not kidding you. That is the magic spell I do on lunar eclipses. Okay. So I'm going to give you some tips as to what to do and what not to do during this. 1, you're going to need extra time in your schedule to allow for hang-ups, okay? Don't schedule yourself so tightly that you are back to back to back. You need some breathing room in your schedule, okay? The next thing is going to be that you need to refrain from making any major decisions about anything during this lunar eclipse, okay? This is not the time to get into a new relationship. This is not the time to break up. This is not the time to quit your job out of nowhere. This is not the time to go buy a vehicle that you can't afford. This is not the time to go move in with somebody. This is not the time to be reckless and do things like speed in your car because you're going to get a ticket. So don't be reckless, be responsible. Don't make any rash decisions right now. You can make bad decisions for yourself later on. You ain't got to make them all on the next 3 and 4 things. Donate and clean. We are in spring season. A lot of us are already doing this, so this may seem like I'm just beating a dead horse here, but there is something magical about cleaning your house, okay? And it's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. It's freaking magical, okay? So clean your house and donate your old crap. If you're not using it, think about everybody that could be using it, okay? That even comes down to stuff that's like really hard to talk about, like books. People always have a hard time parting with books. If you've read that thing and you know what's in it, somebody else could be getting that knowledge, okay? Don't be greedy. Donate your stuff that you're not using. You don't need it. You got too much crap anyway. You know that. So clean your house, scrub it up, dub, and donate your stuff that you're not. Couple more things. I don't know what numbers we're on now, like 6 and 7, 5 and 6. I don't know. Make a list of what's most important in your life, the relationships that are most important in your life, the people that are most important in your life. The next thing is go spend time with those people. This is a relationship-oriented energy slot that we're in. And so that means it's time to pay attention to your relationships. Now, is this all going to be leading to good? Maybe not. Maybe you're going to figure out that you need to cut back on some time with some people that you're not really vibing with them right now, and that's okay. But go spend time with people who are important to you, and then make decisions based on that, whether you need to continue spending a lot of time with that person or if you need to pull back, because this is the time to address that. Okay, next, this is your quick lunar eclipse 1 card pull, okay? So let's see what we've got. Ace of Swords. Okay, this is about cutting the fat, okay? The sword is cutting the fat because you need to make room for creativity, ideas, new manifestations, success. That's what this is about. This is about gaining clarity, consciousness, understanding of what is coming up next for you. Cut the fat. Also register for my lunar eclipse service, link in bio, okay? And I can help you in all of these areas. But for right now, this is what we're talking about. Cut that fat, get your stuff straight, get you straight, exfoliate, okay? Happy lunar eclipse, guys. Join me on my service so we can achieve all these things together.